Hello TFI community, this is Dr. Andrea Weihrauch from the Future Self team, and I'd like to give you a quick update on our research project today. Events that lie in the future often require a lot of saving. Think about marriage, a wedding day can be quite costly, but also more negative events like, for example, a divorce. And what we do know is that it's very difficult, because of these events lying in the distant future, it's very difficult for people to save for them. So if I have to make a choice to go for a nice dinner tonight or to save 50 euros for my future wedding day, a lot of us unfortunately go for the dinner and do not put money aside for such important future events. We're trying to develop strategies that can help people to better save for such events. More precisely, what we're doing is we want to find out if it helps that people can experience these future events today. And when I mean experience, I mean you could technically think about writing a small text or reading a small text about your future wedding. You could think about experiencing your future wedding day in pictures, a video, or even go to more immersive technologies such as virtual reality and truly experience your wedding day in VR. It is very helpful if you feel that the experience of the event today is very realistic. If you can almost taste the cake, you can see the decorations, you can feel the ambience of your wedding day, it might be much easier for you to put some money aside for it. Now, for something positive like a wedding, an immersive experience like virtual reality would probably be a very good idea. However, if you think about more negative life events such as a divorce, that could change. Experiencing very realistically and immersively to sit next to your wife or husband and a divorce lawyer, that might not be very motivating to save for it, but could also just scare people off. Now, that is not a very good idea. While we hope that it will not occur to any of you, statistically it might. So we need to find strategies to help people save for both positive and negative events. So what we are trying to do is we're trying to find the optimal balance by using different immersive technologies, text, pictures, videos, all the way to virtual reality, and test what are the most efficient ones for both positive and negative events. For positive, we hypothesize that the more immersive, the better. For negative, we believe that you need to find enough experience and trigger to make people think about something negative, but maybe going all the way to a very realistic experience can be scary. Now, what has happened since the summit? Well, a lot. Let me break it down. First and foremost, we ran a first study to test the hypothesis. And what we did is we ran a study on 300 people in the United States. We exposed them to a positive or negative future event. So the positive event that we tested was to get a promotion in your job. And the negative event that we tested was to get laid off or fired. We exposed these US citizens to these scenarios, and we did it in a more or less immersive way. For those who were in a less immersive experience, they saw a storyboard. I don't know if you know what a storyboard is, but you can pretty much think about it like a comic. So they saw a comic of a communication with their future employer, where this employer told them that they were either laid off in the negative event or they were promoted in the positive event. We also did the exact same thing, but instead of a storyboard, we used a video. So this was more immersive. What did we find? Research doesn't always go as expected, so we found something quite unexpected, which was that a lot of our participants reported that they did not find the video more immersive or realistic than the storyboard. This was very surprising to us because it contradicts some previous research results. But after thinking about it more long term, we believe that it actually makes a lot of things. I call it the book effect. I think we've all experienced this before. If you read a book, you have a very vivid imagination of the characters, of the surroundings. And then sometimes when you're exposed to the video, it kind of bounces in your imagination. You're like, yeah, this is not how I envisioned, for example, the main character. This is why we really believe that it is crucial for us to move from pictures and videos to virtual reality, because it's not 100% clear if a video might react different than a virtual reality experience. After our first somewhat unexpected study results, we spent quite a lot of time meeting with VR startups here in Amsterdam. We had some wonderful meetings, and I was quite impressed by what virtual reality can already be used for these days. Aside of that progression, another very nice and major update from the Future Self team is that we decided to extend the scope of the events that we look at, and not only look at being fired or promoted in a job, but also look at a retirement as a future event that people need to save for. This is the big news from the Future Self team. Have a wonderful summer, and hope to see you soon all again.